We ready to rumble. Bare knuckle spot, hear the crowd feel the stumble. Adrenaline pumping, no fear in our eyes. We fight for the glory, ain't no room for lies. Throwing punches hard, giving him the score. Syndicate on the rise, can it go to roar? In this pretty game, we're the kings at the block. Bare Knuckle Syndicate, solid as a rock.
Man, let me unmute myself because I be getting lit when they play that intro. What is that? Biggie saying Bare Knuckle Syndicate? It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas here at the Bare Knuckle Syndicate Studios. And man, what better way to start? We were looking forward to BKFC 85 down there in the Mecca, Miami. Man, not like going to Miami in the middle of the winter to make you feel like $1 million, right? So we're looking forward to that. But there's a lot of rumbling in the sport about the biggest fight that just doesn't seem to happen, right? A lot of you fans feel like we here at the Syndicate feel is like the biggest fight in the sport really is Dave the Redneck Mundell versus Mike Platinum Perry. It's been edging for years. We saw Redneck chase the man around the globe, show up at fights he had nothing to do with for a long time to let him know that this is the fight you got to have. And this is the fight we want to see. So what better to do than to talk to the reigning, defending, pound for pound, #1 in the entire sport. We're talking across leagues and everything else. The only man you want to talk to in this situation. And let me just go ahead and get the claps ready because they got to be the big claps. He might punch in. He might knock you down and beat you. Dave, the Redneck Mundell, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring him on to the stage. I faked you.
There he is.
What's up, man? How you doing, Dave?
Just living the dream, man. Another day in paradise and doing what I love to do every day. I wake up, I go train, I come home, I do family shit, and do it again the next day.
Man, every time I talk to you, you say, I'm living the dream. And you make people live nightmares is what you do, Dave. That's what you do.
Only if they signed the contract to fight against me, therefore they're trying to stop me from getting where I gotta go. It's nothing personal, it's just business.
Oh yeah, always business. And one of the best dudes in the sport. I mean, you've been here since the beginning, the meteoric rise, but let's get right to the chase, man. You know what every fan here wants to hear about? They want to hear Platinum Perry once again and Dave the Redneck Mundell. When's it happening, man? When?
When the man grows a pair, I don't know. He seems to keep pricing himself out of the fight, hiding behind anything he can, which I totally understand. I get it. He wants to take the easy fights for the easy money. He's already got his name. He's just trying to collect. Congrats to him. He's done his job. But with that being said, he's got a target on his back, and this is business. There's still a lot of doubters out there who say he's better than me. I'm pound for pound #1. He's nowhere around me on that list. Across all platforms, all different ones who say different things, I'm still #1. He's nowhere around. With that being said, how does somebody like that hold a King of Violence belt? It's crazy to me how you can be a champ, or how you can not be a champ, but still have some random belt made up for you. And if it's gonna hold any weight, then only a champ should be able to hold it. It should be, a contest between all the champions and whatever weight classes they can come up with for catchweights and stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. But I'll tell you what does make sense is the fight between me and him. We got history, been calling him out. He seems to have a lot of people who thinks he's #1. A lot of people know I'm #1. Let's put us in the middle and see what happens.
Well, so yes, definitely. There's the gorilla in the room, right? Yeah, man. I mean, this is the fight everyone wants to see. Platinum Mike Perry is the king of violence for a reason, though, Redneck. The man definitely is a showman. He knows
you talk about violence, though. Like, let's even talk about knockout.
The man can take. He's better. He's known for taking amazing.
That doesn't make you king of violence. When I think of king of violence, I think that motherfucker can go in there and he's gonna put everyone to sleep. Like he's just dominating people the way that I do. I was on a 5-fight knockout streak.
Redneck, it's a little scary to have a guy that just keep beating the shit out of him, and there's no beating the shit out of him. It
Well, hold
seems
on now. Who has hit him? Who's known to be a big hitter in his weight class? You know, he keeps doing all these fights. Like I said, I get it. I'm a businessman. He's a businessman. He's taking the fights that he knows he can edge out, come on top. Whether he's got a huge weight difference, he's bigger than these people, or somebody has no experience in BKFC, he tries to jump on all those. Look at the fight between him and Julian Lane. Like that was super close, and a lot of people say that Julian won that, and then some. So it's like it's controversial win. There's an actual BKFC guy. How
it
can
was
you be king of
controversial.
violence and you barely squeaked out of that one? Like get out of here with that shit. You know.
Well, I will
Congrats
say
to him.
this: a lot of time, listen, Redneck. I will say this: a lot of times, what's often overlooked in this story is your accomplishments in this sport. You have dominated the sport. You have dominated everybody they put in front of you. They took you overseas, dominated everyone that you put in front of you. So, I mean, really, I think, you know, while it's a great fight for you, this is a great fight for you. There's a lot of every fight you're involved in. If your name's beside it, it's a great fight. So,
yeah,
you know, don't lose sight of that. A lot of fans say don't lose sight of that.
It's not even so much important for it to be Mike Perry. It's just I'm really looking, and I keep saying this to everyone I talk to. I'm looking for legacy fights, right? Not these filler fights. I don't need to go fight another guy to defend my belt to prove that I'm the best when my record, you know, is 3 times what he has going on.
Not only that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you doubt us, go ahead while we're here on here. Go ahead and put your little Google fingers to work and Google Dave the Redneck Mundell. Pop up. He's got wiki. He's got interviews. Go to BoxRec. Go to look up the various organizations who rank the sport, and you will find them either 1 or 2 or 1 or 1 or 1 for the most part in those rankings. And in the top 5, there's a lot of amazing bare knuckle fighters, but you do not see Platinum Mike Perry in the top 5. He is probably the number 1 entertainer, the number 1 earner, the drawer. He can draw. DBX has been wildly successful, but can he really have the legacy? And that's what you're searching for, right, Dave? Can he really have the legacy in bare knuckle if he does not?
As long as you got people out there thinking that you can beat me, you got a target on your back. It doesn't even have to be personal at this point. It's just a matter of business, right? I'm out here to be number 1. I took this sport over, right? It's mine. This is my home. He came into it after.
Hard to argue against that.
But
hard to argue.
Been very smart to stay away from me. If we're ever blessed with a time where he actually signs the contract and y'all get to see, you'll see.
Well, every fight fan in the world wants to see the fight. It's the number 1. If I poll everyone, that be the number 1 fight. You ask Mike and Mish, you ask Weekly Bus, you go over there to fight
that goes news, even
regardless.
When you fought Jeremy Stevens, like I thought for sure that was my fight. Like I don't see how that fight made more sense than me and him. Like the story behind me and him is more like, don't get me wrong. I know Jeremy Stevens, hell of a fighter, brings a crowd, sells tickets, whatever. People know him. I get it. But you had a huge chance to make something great out of a homegrown guy, because I'm gonna demolish him, and everybody knows it. I think the company themselves, BKFC, knows what happens when they put me in there with him, because that's why they won't let me fight him. And they want me and him to fight on his last fight. That's what it is. I know it. So it's just a matter of when are they done with Mike. When they're done with Mike, they'll let me take the trash out.
Well, I mean, you've said that a few times, and thank you. I've been able to, the privilege of mine, to interview you several times, and you have made that statement. And you know, it so far, a little bit Nostradamus there. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. He's had a fight, but you continue. We would love to see you more active. I would say that.
But that's the thing. It's like I have to have fights that makes sense, right? Like, again, even the BKFC doesn't want to see me beating up on these 3-0 guys. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't move the needle for anybody.
And to be honest, they had the King moment. Guys have been scared, and there's been multiple.
And what did he say right after that fight? He's like, "Thank God I didn't take that one. I ain't ever jumping in that bitch."
Well, not even only that. There's been other big names, but people don't even hear or know, except some smarks inside the business. There's been bigger names. They just don't. They're not trying to deal with you. They know that. I mean, that's obviously what has to be ruminated from that. But so, okay. Number one pound for pound guy in the sport, defending your title everywhere they fly you do it, you handle your business. Used to be a guy who only trained for fights. Now I notice that you're more always in shape than you used to be. You used to brag about it. You used to say, "Oh, I get big, I get fat." You were like the guy in UFC, the kid Patty that gets huge. But now, I mean, you're ripped. You stay in shape. Is it change of pace, champ? Or
Listen,
what's
you
up?
keep saying that. In the meantime, I'm heavier than I've been in a while, but I am still training. I train my ass off. You know, the work that I put in, and I constantly see growth, right? So even when we talk about the simplest thing, like running a mile, like my time is dropping. Like I'm getting faster and faster. I run longer and you know, whatever. Like I'm
Go.
still building. I'm not focused on my food as much as I should be, but that's because I'm not sure whether I'm fighting at 75 or if they're going to throw me up at 185 to fight somebody. Now Lorenzo holds the belt. If he wants it at
Oh
185,
yeah!
I'll take it
Wow, that'd be
there.
a super fight too. By the way, just
Obviously, I want
Jug,
Mike
you
Perry first,
yeah,
but I'll go
that's a
take that
super.
King of Violence belt. I'll have those two. One that doesn't really mean shit. I'll have mine, obviously. Then I'll go up to 185 and I'll take that belt. And I only say that because I had a lot of respect for him. I still do. I get it. It's a business, right? And he's just trying to make money, make his noise. But he put a target on his back saying, I didn't want to go play when he came back. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's
Oh,
retarded.
yeah.
That's the last man I'll be scared of is him. You see what he did when he fought Josh, he's like lifting his head, trying to turn away. Like, bro, you're a professional. What was that? That was horrible.
It was definitely
Horrible.
a scary first minute or two of that first
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
I almost lost money. I was pissed. I was like, come on, boy, you better tighten
You did
up.
say that before the fight. You were like, you expected Jug to win pretty easily.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that's
at the end of the day, I knew, even because obviously I was supposed to fight Dyer too, right?
yeah.
We couldn't come
Yeah.
to terms. Things were told differently, and when it came down to the time to like send me the contract to sign stuff, nothing ever came through. I go to the fight. I have this huge face off with Mike Perry, and all of a sudden, then they announce my fight. It's like we never even came to an agreement. So people are like, "Oh, you're running from Dyer." I'm like, trust me, that's the last motherfucker I'm running from. We actually asked for that fight because I was trying to stay active. But then we had the face off with Perry. Connor's throwing my name around. Like, why not just set that one up? Like, why have to go through him when they couldn't even, you know, get things to happen? Like, it
No, I
seems
get
like
that because
they
Connor
were
wants to see the fight.
unsure,
I think Connor wants to see the fight. Connor has intimated on numerous
right?
occasions that's the fight to be made.
It's
So
it's it's like I said, it's got history. There's a story. People will tune in everywhere. It will be huge. Throw that shit here in Tampa,
across
the
the
Emily
sport, I
Arena.
mean,
It's just
we know,
everywhere. Everyone's tuning in, and it's gonna be a phenomenal fight. Guaranteed fireworks.
yes.
I just know I'm gonna put his ass out.
Well, sport can
It's
be
simple.
very territorial, but that particular matchup is the unification. It's the Super Bowl of bare knuckle. Everyone
Yeah.
wants to see that fight. Everyone. So, but okay, let's switch gears a little bit. We got BKFC 85 coming up in the Mecca down there at the Guitar, man. The best place in the world to fight, watch a bare knuckle fight, whatever. And we got some amazing fights there. And
Yeah,
I want to talk
boy.
about somebody you got a little personal connection with, who I believe is a fantastic fighter, and Ryan Royal Reber, who
Yes,
is
sir.
has a
That's my brother. It's my
yep, and he
brother
has
from
a
another mother. You know, we're very tight. We hang out a lot. We train together. We go to the same personal trainer. A lot of times we get together for boxing. We go spar, whatever, watch him, give him my details, my little information, little knowledge here and there. Just trying to help him out with everything I can. He's got a great work ethic. He's got a lot of stuff going on, but he's able to focus. He shows up. He's there. So I'm super excited for him for this fight. I think they might have him as the underdog, which just makes me, happy because I'm gonna make some money.
there you go. You always, but I'll say this: he has a little bit. I think people are sleeping on the advantage of the whole Blas thing, right? I think that because he's a knockout artist, right, and he's got the best 1-2 in the business, man. If you stand in his range, if he can get you in his range, you're in trouble with Reaper. I've seen him all his
Yeah.
fights. Now, I think going through the Blas fight, the prep of it, the media hype of it, everything, and I think that's an advantage now. What do you think?
Definitely. He's been there to those lights before. He's familiar with it. So it's almost like he's got the home field advantage. Regardless of whether we're going down to Miami or if he was coming up here to Tampa. It's just he's been there. He's seen it. He's done it. He knows what it feels like, and he gets the
Yep.
second shot. I think he gets it done this time. Actually, I know he's going to get it done this time.
Very dangerous fighter. Justin the Joy Boy Ibarola has had a fantastic year, man. He's took every fight. He's windy. He's exciting to watch. He wins these fights. Not an easy fight. Once again, not an easy fight. The loss of
No.
Blas cleared that division. And man, I'm a fan of both. But knowing Royal and then the whole background, tough white boy, barber, the whole grind. His mom's huge support of him online, just the whole thing. That's the part of the bare knuckle that people I think are gaining and seeing. When I was at the recent BKB event, their CEO was saying the same thing, and the guys were saying the same thing. Bernard Hopkins was there. I talked to him. I interviewed him. He said, man, there's just stories behind these things. He said, you will respect it. He said, you will respect this game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Absolutely, you respect the game. So, who obviously you're in the camp of Reber, right?
Yeah, and that's nothing against Joy Boy. We're actually, I would even go as far as to say friends as well. We have the same
Good guy.
locations.
Absolutely good guy.
He was out there in Spain with me, so it's no hard feelings there, but Royal's my brother. I know the work he puts in, and I've done everything I can to help him. He's went over to Flowers Boxing Gym, which I go up there and I do like conditioning there sometimes, and he's ready.
It's an amazing. Okay, so Bare Knuckle Syndicate, our tagline is where blood makes you family. And one thing about it, when you guys go and get in that ring and share this gladiator combat, a lot of times you come out of that thing and y'all are boys, man. Y'all talking to each other. Sometimes it's not. But all this comic book villainy that we love as fans and as commentators, we love that. But it's a bond forged, and these are two young superstars. Whoever wins this fight and wins this title, you're gonna have to mess with each other for a while. I don't think it's over. You know what I mean? I see this thing 2-3 fights, a trilogy, because both of these are great young fighters in the sport.
Okay. And I know Joy Boy is fairly new to the sport. He said, I think he boxed for like 5 years or something like that.
Right. And he's
if
fresh.
That's true.
Good looking.
That's crazy.
Both
Congrats. But
Yeah.
that's also another reason why I have Royal pulling ahead, because he's got 20 plus years of experience behind him.
Yeah.
He trains with a lot of champs.
Man, but he looks so young, right?
It's just like
he's like mid-30s, but he's young in this game, and he looks young. He's very young. Like his whole vibe. He's and man, he's long at that weight too. He's sneaky good at that weight.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a great fight. So okay, we know we're there. Now let's talk about a fight here. We got Austin No Doubt Trout. We're gonna run it back with the Emperor. You know what I'm saying? Palomino on the Mount Rushmore of bare knuckle, if anyone is. What do you think, man? Is it going to be more of the same that we saw a couple of years ago? A year and a half ago?
I feel torn. I have major respect for both guys, but Austin's boxing and what he was able to do last time, I don't think it was a close fight. So unless there was some huge mental problem going in there for Lewis that he just didn't show up that night, but I didn't even really see that because it didn't look like he performed bad. It just didn't look like he had any answers.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, something that drastic is very hard to change in a short amount of time, even though they've had a while since they last fought. Like, I don't know, man. I got to stick behind the boxers in this one.
I mean, I'm privy to a lot with Austin No Doubt Trout. I was a huge fan of his, of course, back in the 2011-12, his domination era, beating Miguel Cotto, really beating Canelo. If you watch the fight, guys, go back and watch that fight. I mean, I think so. But anyway, moving in, he's brought a very good echelon of opponents, Diego Garcia and whoever they put him in front of, and made him look fairly easy. Came over there on Spain. He looked really good there too, as well, against a tough opponent. So Trout, man, I mean, I think it's going to be maybe worse, but I will say this. The baboon is not to be played with, man. So
He's a
you,
bad man.
you
He's,
don't
you know,
walk in there
he
playing
wants
around with
it. He's
Luis the
hungry.
baboon, Palomino, the emperor. You don't walk around, and this is his game. He's fought this game for years. He started this. He was one of the reasons millions of people watch this is because of Luis the Emperor Palomino. So
Yep.
let's get that out of the way. So all respect due to Austin Trout and whoever picks him, gambles, bets money, whatever.
Yep.
It's everybody wants to see that fight. And nobody in Miami, you're in his home turf.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
crazy they going
he
back to
owns it
Miami
down
to fight
there.
again, but
Man, this dude will come in there with the samurai and all that and the whole mind games he plays. So that's the part of the fight game we love. Us. Y'all fighters, you're back there, whatever. We're out here just matching in scenarios from comic books. Okay. Right? So you give the edge a Trout, right?
Yeah, I like I said, I'm gonna stick with the boxer in this one. But
I want to ask you this question. So when do you think we'll see you next? Is Knucklemania? You think?
Listen, I'm pushing really hard. I've been on Feldman's ass, constantly texting him probably every day. He's probably annoyed at me by now. But I want on that card, like I just feel I don't think I haven't fought on a Knucklemania yet, and I feel like I deserve that. That's supposed to be the biggest card. It's where they put the most effort into, like,
And
promoting
Philly,
the fights
man,
and stuff
Philly,
like
it's
that.
really been hot for you guys. Like that,
Right. I'm like, this is a
crazy.
perfect time to bring me on and put me in front of, all these people again and really, promote me, right? Show these people what you have. Show them your product,
Yeah.
right?
Ooh.
I'm really good at what I do. Obviously, again, pound for pound, number one. Middleweight champ. I knocked everyone out until goddamn Sanchez had to
You
be
see
tough.
the clips we're playing clips right now.
But I've been putting in the work. I'm out there. I bring exciting fights. I come to fight. I come to finish people. So it's like, why wouldn't you put me on that card? The second that I say, hey, I want to fight there, they should do everything in their power to make it happen. I don't see why they wouldn't. You got plenty of guys who are 3-0 calling me out. For the worst case scenario, they need to make something like that happen. Fine. But what it should be is me and Perry. And if it's not going to be me and Perry, then me and Lorenzo. If it's not going to be that, bring some fucking UFC guy in here or
That's
something.
just crazy.
Bring
Just
somebody.
all
Find
that.
somebody.
Woo!
I'm ready to fucking fight. Let's do it.
I mean, all that sounds great. You, Perry, Jug, the whole triangle of it's just insane because I mean, you and Juggernaut for obviously different reasons. I mean, you guys have forged a path through the sport.
Fuck, at this point, I'll jump up at 205. I thought I could take the belt from Chris Camozzi when he had it, and now this other guy has it, and I don't think he even won the fight, but it's just even easier than Chris. I'm like,
and I hate to
bring
say
their
this,
ass over here too.
I'd be remiss to say if I didn't mention Josh Dyer in this conversation because I don't overlook Josh Dyer. He's still on a hell of a
He's
tear.
just too new.
Dangerous fighter.
He's an athlete. He's an athlete, right? We can all see it.
The man
he's an athlete.
almost.
But
and listen, I was on record. I thought Dyer would pull that fight out. I just had a feeling he was looking real strong. Hey, man, but once again, just like I learned the lesson the hard way betting against King Kai when he was the hefty trash bag, I bet you learn the hard way. I mean, these guys just something you, and I love these, but I love that we're talking. See what we're talking about? Homegrown bare knuckle fighters, ladies and gentlemen. We say it's been the fast growing sport. It has been for 4 years now. Thanks to the leadership of people like David Feldman and Mike Vasquez and these leaders. These guys are pushing. It's getting mainstream. It's so mainstream. We're on sports. We're on Ocho. We're on the ESPN Ocho. I see you over there, baby. Tony Kornheiser, quit dodging me. You know what I mean? This is the most exciting sport in the world. I took a whole handful of guys to a bare knuckle fight in Miami that had never been. They left. They're buying shirts. They want the apps.
That's another thing too. Is like BKFC is also a product that sells itself. Like if I can just sit you down in front of my phone for 30 seconds, a 30-second clip of me fighting, actually anyone really. Like people are like, oh damn, that's crazy. Where can I watch this? Like all the time, So it's like it's just getting it out there, and that's already happened. When I first go around and ask people like, have you heard of BKFC? It used to be like, no, and then a
lot of people don't know, but you get the BKFC app. It's the best money you'll ever spend. I don't know what it is now, $8.99, $7.99. I don't know. I started at $6.99 way back in the day. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah,
$7. You get not only for that $7.99 a month. whatever that is. You're getting all the archive fights. You can go through and watch all the archive fights, get the merch on a deal. And not only that, bruh, listen, they're giving you a lot of ways to get your business here. You can go over here to the Zone app, right? Yeah. And you can pop that in there, right? Then you're working with it. Then you got the pay-per-views. They're giving you, man, you're getting all kind of stuff. You go right to they got their own little joint here. You know what I mean? You go, I want to watch this. I'm here to see what I'm here to see. They got their own, BKFC has their own little spot on here. And it's dope, man. I mean, and it's not, you're paying more. I can buy a whole year of BKFC for what you pay for one UFC, half of one. And man, look what I'm getting.
And it's way more exciting than in MMA fights.
What?
I think BKFC.
You better not go to the bathroom.
Than MMA fights, 100%. You know, I can barely sit through an entire fight anymore. Like watching UFC, like it'd
be 12, 13 fights, 11 knockouts. I mean, you're like, what? I mean, I literally went to the bathroom and came back and said, dude got knocked out. It's over. I said, it's over.
Damn.
I missed two fights. 2 fights like that. But guess what? I got right back in, and guess what? It started, and bam, someone else got knocked out. Like, oh. Yeah. But then, when you do have a fight go the distance
the whole time.
But when you do have a fight go the distance, or you do have a fight go rounds, it's exciting. It's dangerous. Guys are cut. Hey, shout out to the cut man. Shout out to G. Shout out to all the cut men. Shout out to my man Vic. All the guys that stitch and keep it together, because that's huge in this game.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yes. They got to do their job, and I think it's saved me a few times.
They're the best in the world because
Matrix, I do get hit. It's only been a few times, but it does do it.
You've seen what you did to people, though. You've seen it.
Well, yeah,
I've seen it. There's some gashes, nasty. And the fact they keep a lot of these, I've seen guys' ears in half, this whole half an ear gone. So. Hey, man, I appreciate you taking your time with your busy schedule to do this. And before I let you go, I do want to say, man, first of all, big respect on the pound for pound rankings. Hey, man, you don't even know. We got to tell Redneck. Redneck doesn't even know when Redneck, he doesn't look at the rankings. You're number one pound for pound across the sport, across multiple leagues. We're talking Europe, Asia, everybody. And it's the Redneck. And, Platinum P, he still wants his golden ticket. Come in there and get it. Knucklemania sounds good to everyone in the sport. Shout out to Dave and Nate Shook. Shout out to you too. You have one of the hardest jobs in the world because you have a lot of fighters, great fighters. And there you go. Knucklemania should be a great card. Hey, man, who do you want to? I know it takes a team, and I know you got one of the most amazing gyms in the sport. So shout out your team, man. Shout out everybody that helps you bring Redneck to the
Shift MMA versus the world, right? And I got my head over Flowers Boxing Gym helping me stay in shape as well. Nick from Chiseled is my personal trainer. He's worked with Ryan. He works with Borga. We all are creating champs, And
shout out to Jihad, man. Shout out to Jihad.
Oh, Jihad, best dressed corner man. Shout out to all my sponsors: Hamilton Telehealth, FCC, and of course Full Blast. Without them, I wouldn't be able to make it between camps to be able to just train full time and not have to work. So, I appreciate everybody who's in my corner. I appreciate all my fans. I appreciate y'all.
I mean, hey, man, we appreciate you because without you, ain't no super fights. And we know they're coming in the future. Thank you very much, man. The best in the business, man. If my claps don't work, we'll definitely put them in post there. But my man, Dave. What I tell you about the Bare Knuckle Syndicate, man? Blood makes you family. That dude's created a lot of blood, and not a lot of it bad. He wants the super fight. He wants it. He's chased for Platinum P, and there's millions of Bare Knuckle fans who agree with him. But man, BKFC 85 is shaping up to be an amazing card. The last card of the year there in the Mecca, Miami, man. Oof. And you heard him say it a few times. Another thing about this sport everybody loves, it's an amazing sport to gamble on. If you know, you know. And once again, man, thank you for joining us here on the Big Face Show. And what I want to say before we all cut out is the same thing we always say at Bare Knuckle Syndicate. Blood makes you family.
bold flavors, serving heroes on the front lines.
Blackout coffee, baby! Blackout coffee!
Please support our organization and everything we do for the fighters by using our link at bareknucklesyndicate.com/blackout.
We ready to rumble. Bare knuckle squad, hear the crowd feel the stumble. Adrenaline pumping, no fear in our eyes. We fight for the glory, ain't no room for lies. Throwing punches hard, yeah, we hitting the score. Syndicate on the rise, can't ignore the roar. In this pretty game, we're the kings at the block. Bare knuckle syndicate, solid as a rock.